What is going on, guys? This is DropThisBox, and I hope all of you guys out there are having a fantastic day today. And today we're going to be talking about Spider-Man No Way Home. And I'm super excited to talk about this movie because it's one of my favorite movies ever. I just had so much fun watching this film when I was in the movie theaters back in 2021 when I watched this movie with my girlfriend and my family. Like, I just had so much fun watching this film. Like, it really felt like my whole childhood was coming together when I was watching this Spider-Man movie. And I just have like so many different things I want to talk about when it comes to this film, like when it comes to things that stood out to me, when it comes to just things that I really want to get off my chest to show my appreciation for this film. So it's going to be super fun to get into all those things, which is kind of what I want to do. I don't want to waste any more time. I just want to dive into the whole conversation because it's just going to be really fun to express my love for Spider-Man No Way Home. So seeing Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield return as Spider-Man was surreal because these were the Spider-Men I grew up with, and the idea of them appearing alongside Tom Holland's version seems like a dream that would never happen. Yet in No Way Home, they made it real. And it wasn't just a quick cameo, it was a full-fledged role that gave them meaningful interactions and closure. Seeing Tobey suit up again after so many years felt like stepping back into my childhood, while Andrew's return brought a newfound appreciation for his portrayal. Tobey's Peter Parker was the first live-action Spider-Man I ever knew, and his movies had such a huge impact on me. His return felt like catching up with an old friend, and I loved that he played a wiser, more experienced version of his character. He wasn't just there for nostalgia, he actually guided the younger Spider-Man, showing how much he's grown since Spider-Man 3. It was a beautiful continuation of his story, even if it wasn't a full sequel. Andrew Garfield's return was just as special. His amazing Spider-Man films may have been divisive, but I always liked his take on the character. No Way Home gave him a well-deserved second chance, and he completely stole the show. His Peter was still carrying the pain of Gwen's death, and that emotional depth made him incredibly relatable. Seeing him redeem himself by saving MJ was one of the most powerful moments in the film. And the chemistry between all three Spider-Men was incredible. They weren't just thrown together for a few scenes, they bonded, exchanged life lessons, and worked as a team. Their conversations felt natural, and small moments of humor and heart that made their dynamic feel real. It wasn't just fan service, it was a genuine celebration of everything Spider-Man has done over the years. And bringing back villains from previous Spider-Man movies was a genius move. Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin, Alfred Molina's Doc Ock, and Jamie Foxx's Electro more than just callbacks. They were fully developed characters that added real stakes to the story. Seeing them interact with Tom Holland's Peter was fascinating because it blended different eras of Spider-Man into one cohesive narrative. Willem Dafoe proved once again why he's the best Green Goblin. He didn't just return, he delivered an even more terrifying performance than before. His split personality, switching between Norman Osborn and the Goblin, was chilling. The scene where he beats Peter Parker down in the apartment fight was brutal, reminding us why he's one of Spider-Man's greatest villains. Even after all these years, Dafoe's presence was electrifying. Alfred Molina's Doc Ock was just as compelling as he was in Spider-Man 2. What I loved most was how the movie redeemed his character. No Way Home, he wasn't just a villain, he was a man who had been corrupted by technology. And once he was freed from it, we saw the kind and brilliant scientist again. His interaction with Tobey's Peter were touching, especially when they reminisced about their past. Felt like a proper closure for his character. Jamie Foxx's Electro was a major improvement from his amazing Spider-Man 2 version. This time, he had more personality, confidence, and a better motivation. His interactions with Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man were interesting because they acknowledged his past while making him feel like a fresh, updated character. The same goes for Lizard and Sandman, who were nice nods to their respective movies, rounding out a rogues gallery that truly felt like a Spider-Man event. And one of the things that made No Way Home so special was the raw emotion it carried. This wasn't just a fun superhero crossover, it was a story about loss, redemption, and finding hope. Seeing these different versions of Peter Parker interact wasn't just cool, it was deeply moving. Each Spider-Man had gone through their own struggles, and they bonded over that shared pain in a way that felt incredibly real. The scene where all three Spider-Man talk about loss hit me hard. When they shared their grief, Tobey mentioning Uncle Ben, Andrew bringing up Gwen, and Tom's Peter dealing with Aunt May's death. It was a moment that showed just how much they understood each other. No one else could relate to their pain like they could, and that connection made their team up even more meaningful. The final battle was amazing, but it was the small character moments that really stuck with me. Andrew catching MJ, Tobey stopping Tom from killing the Goblin. These moments carried so much weight because they showed growth and healing. It was about these characters learning from their past mistakes and becoming better versions of themselves. Then there was the ending, Tom Holland's Peter losing everything, choosing to start over alone. It was heartbreaking but also fitting for his journey. Seeing him in that classic homemade suit at the end felt like the true beginning of his Spider-Man story. No Way Home gave us the ultimate Spider-Man reunion, but it also made sure that each character had real depth and purpose. No Way Home wasn't just a nostalgia trip, it was a love letter to everything Spider-Man represents. It honored the different versions of the character while also pushing Tom Holland's Peter into a new era. The movie balanced spectacle with storytelling, making sure that the heart of Spider-Man was never lost in all of the multiverse craziness. One of the best things about the movie is how it respects each era of Spider-Man. It doesn't just bring back old characters, it treats them with care. Tobey, Andrew, and their villains weren't just there for the sake of cameos, they were essential to the plot. The movie acknowledged their past while also allowing them to grow in new ways. It also nailed the theme of responsibility, which has always been at the core of Spider-Man. Peter loses everything by the end, but instead of giving up, he chooses to keep fighting. That's what makes him a true hero. The fact that the film ended with him in a classic suit ready to embrace his role as Spider-Man felt like a perfect way to tie it all together. For fans who grew up with Spider-Man, this movie felt like a gift. It brought together different generations of the character in a way that respected their legacies while still telling a fresh, emotional story. It reminded me why I fell in love with Spider-Man in the first place, and that's why No Way Home truly brought my childhood together in one movie. I'm so happy I was able to make this video for you guys today just to express my love for Spider-Man No Way Home, because when it came to the overall coverage of all the Spider-Man films, obviously, I had the opportunity to talk about why I appreciated those films, but especially when it comes to this one, especially when it comes to, basically everything that I talked about within this video, this is something that I've been wanting to get off my chest for quite some time now, so I can show my love and appreciation for Spider-Man No Way Home, because this movie truly did mean a lot to me when I watched it all of those years ago when it came out. But now I'm gonna leave the ball in your corner. How'd you guys feel about Spider-Man No Way Home? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Is there any memories that you guys want to share with me when it comes to this film? Be sure to let me know down below. And if you guys enjoy this video, as always, be sure to like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. If you guys want to follow me on my social media, be sure to check out my X, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. All the links to those are located in the description below. Be sure to click on that bell for notifications so you guys are notified whenever I'm dropping a video on the channel. But other than that, I hope all of you guys are having a fantastic day, wherever the day may be, if it's the daytime, the nighttime, or the evening. And I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, peace out.